Rolling.
And I'm going to hold the microphone this close to my mouth the entire episode.
Shit.
Welcome to episode 13 of the Cinephile Rehab podcast.
Why are you talking so slow? Are you using your sultry, sexy voice?
ASMR.
I'm using my Orson Welles War of the Worlds voice.
Are you using your Girl 6 voice?
Shut up. I'm Ryan.
I'm Phil, the man on the left.
Yep. Now am I right?
I'm everybody's favorite, Julia.
We are heavily unprepared for this,
so unprepared.
We're just gonna be.
Well,
it's just gonna be us riffing for.
I actually took notes this week.
Wow.
So, okay.
And Ryan and I are looking at each other like shit.
Well, up first, I got the next portion of our Through the Decades segment.
Okay.
This week we got 2000s movies.
Yep.
That will cover the year 2000 all the way up to 2009. And there is one of the greatest movies ever made in this era.
Yep.
And that is No Country for Old Men.
Yep.
Came out in 2007.
Have to agree completely with that.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not a lot to be said about it. Everyone knows it's a perfect movie. So
Perfect movie from beginning to end.
yeah,
I remember having the pleasure of seeing that when it came out. And that was just, it was a big moment in my life, seeing that movie on the big screen. Cause it was just, that was my first moment where I was like, I just watched a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like I just kind of knew it.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it in theaters, but
You could watch it on TV. You could watch it on the littlest screen possible, and it'll still be awesome.
right. You can watch it with ads.
Yeah.
That would suck ass, but
That would suck
it's
ass.
still a good movie.
Do you like that film, Julia?
I indeed do.
What's
Good
the main
answer.
character's name?
Yeah. What's the main character's name?
I don't know.
You quiz us every
Wow.
week, so
Wow. Who's the bad guy's name?
No idea.
Come
I've watched it, but I have
Sugar.
no idea.
Yeah, Sugar.
it's Darth Vader. Well,
Yeah. Name an
That was my
actor
first
in
guess.
it. Name an actor in it.
Isn't Javier Bardem in it?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes, he is, you asshole.
Or wait, yeah. I mean, no, he's
Yeah.
not.
No, fuck you.
I'm thinking of something
I hate
else.
you.
I'm thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean.
What?
He's in that too.
First of all, why are you thinking about that?
I don't know,
God, which one was he in? The fourth one?
like the 7th or the 9th.
Jesus Christ.
But up next, I got The Machinist with Christian
Yes. Yes.
Bale. Dude,
That's one to definitely talk about right
this
there.
is the one where he did it and then immediately had to put on muscle for Batman. Is that right?
He ended up fucking up his back
Yeah.
because he was fucking skinny in
Yeah,
The
dude.
Machinist. Wasn't he like 100 and like under
Dude,
120
he was
pounds?
like dangerously underweight. So.
All he did was like eat an apple and
No,
did
he-
nothing but
he was
smoke
like on
cigarettes.
he was on an all liquid diet. Like
Holy shit.
He didn't eat any solid food for like months.
He's like the modern day Robert De Niro when it comes to physical transformation.
Yeah. And I gotta say, he looks like absolute fucking shit.
Yes.
in that movie. Dude.
You feel sorry for the man.
He literally looks like a corpse. Dude.
Yes. He's like Jack Skellington.
Yeah.
The whole movie.
Yeah, dude.
Have you ever seen that, Julia?
Yes, I have.
And does he not look fucking awful?
He looks terrifying.
That scene where he's like holding the pants up
Oh,
and then
yeah.
just lets go and they just drop.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
It's fucking crazy, man.
It is a great, great film.
Yeah. I got Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind up
Yep.
next.
I have that too.
Yeah.
I'd say that is a one and done.
Yeah. It's such a powerful film.
Yes. It's one that hurts.
Yeah.
I
dude.
feel like I want to watch it again.
Why would you
Just
do
so
that
I
to
can
yourself?
cry. Sometimes it feels good to cry.
It's like, you know, you're feeling bad, you listen to sad music and then you feel
Yeah.
better, you know? Like
True.
it is one of the romance films that anyone could watch and enjoy, I think.
It's very true too.
It is a romance film, but it doesn't have that like chick flick sort of vibe, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Up next, another another heartbreaker. $1 Million Baby.
Oh God. Oh.
And I do want to point out the last three that I mentioned are all from 2004. So
there was a lot of good years.
And I got one more from 2004 coming up next or later. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, $1 Million Baby is,
that's probably, I don't know. Mystic River's really good too.
Yeah.
I'd probably throw that on my list of 2000 movies.
Yeah.
But $1 Million Baby undeniably is one of Clint Eastwood's greatest movies he's ever made.
Yeah. McCushla. You know?
McCushla. Oh, that shit breaks my heart. Oh.
Yeah.
That's probably one of his better performances too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's probably my favorite Clint Eastwood performance, honestly.
I'd agree with that. It's definitely in the running.
Seeing Clint Eastwood cry in vulnerability in a movie, people didn't see that shit.
Right.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's the man. He's fucking Dirty Harry.
Oh yeah, dude. He's fucking the man with no name.
Yes.
You know? Or Blondie. Or
It'll be a sad day when we lose him.
yeah,
Clint Eastwood, come on the pod before you croak.
Yeah, I'm sure he's on his way. He wants nothing more than to spend time with us.
Shoot the shit with us.
Yeah, what little time he has left
to be on this podcast. Julia, you got that? You got that in the works for us?
Yep.
Yeah, that's bullshit. What you got next?
The Wrestler, as my people back home would say.
It's another one I saw in theaters.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen it.
Mickey
Mickey Rourke.
One of my favorite performances of all time, I think.
Yeah. I only watched it recently, but I loved it immediately.
Yeah.
So
I remember it was a big deal to my dad because I guess he grew up during the time where Mickey Rourke was the heartthrob of Hollywood in the 80s. And he kind of filled me in on the backstory of him as an actor. And I was like, man, this is all like, that's like the pinnacle of comeback roles right there is Mickey Rourke and The Wrestler, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because it's a hell of a story for him. He said that there was a moment where, because on the award circuit that year, he would bring his dog, like this little chihuahua. It's kind of funny seeing Mickey Rourke hold a chihuahua in an award ceremony. But apparently he was about to kill himself.
Oh, shit.
And that dog came in and like looked at him and started like whimpering. And it made him stop and not do it. Oh, damn. Dude, dogs are the shit.
Yeah, dude, they really are.
Dogs are the shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, great movie.
Yep.
Aronofsky.
All right, this is my last one, and it's one everyone knows and loves, but one you would not expect, I think. And that is Napoleon Dynamite. Yet again from 2004.
I love that movie.
Yep. Uncle Rico.
Yeah, dude.
Uncle Rico.
Yeah. It's just it's like the definition of a cult classic. You know?
Oh, yes.
You know, except everyone loves it, you know.
Yeah, I don't know a single person that doesn't appreciate that movie. Didn't we watch the documentary together?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
About the making of it?
Yeah, they shot it in a real high school. And
they look like they were having the time of their life filming that movie.
Yeah, it was made for just a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
Which I think they got a loan from like the state or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, like to do that. So
it's just a bunch of dudes that smoked weed, got together and was like, let's make a movie.
Yeah. It's out in the middle of nowhere in Iowa, I think, or Idaho, one or the other.
One of the most quotable movies of all time.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And like at its core, on paper, it sounds like a boring story, but
it's just fucking, it's masterful as a comedy.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like the Wes Anderson type of feel to a movie.
Right.
Without it being a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Because it's the humor is just so like, it's just dad joke mania,
Right.
really.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you think of Napoleon Dynamite, Julia?
I love it.
Good answer. I'd hate to have to punch you 10 minutes into this.
Yeah. All right. That's my list.
That's you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't make a list. I had quite
Just do
the
like
week.
10
10?
10.
I don't know if I could do
or
10.
8.
I pulled up a list right here, and I can agree.
I did
with
6.
I think I have 8.
Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
That might be the definition of a one and done.
Another
right there.
Another Aronofsky, right?
Another Aronofsky.
Mhm.
Correct. I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably my favorite Nolan movie, The Prestige.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like if we were going to have to lose the whole filmography of Christopher Nolan, but we can only keep one movie, I think I would keep The Prestige. I think that's probably, in my eyes, his
Right.
that's where his way of storytelling was at its best.
David Bowie was in it, dude.
David Bowie playing Tesla.
Yeah.
Like there couldn't have been a better casting for that character.
Right.
What'd you think of The Prestige, Julia?
I enjoyed it.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, fucking, it's one of the first roles you see Andy Serkis not playing a
Right. A monster or something.
CGI character.
Yeah.
Do y'all think that CGI characters deserve Oscar nominations?
If they're done in the way Andy Serkis does it.
I think he should have been nominated for Lord of the Rings for
Yeah.
playing Gollum.
Yeah. I think voice acting should be like its own category, but
That could
but
be that could be a good one.
but
Because
if
he'd
they're
already be like a multiple time winner.
yeah, but if they're doing like motion capturing and stuff the way they did with Andy Serkis,
Yeah.
they should be eligible for best
Yeah.
actor, you know.
Because his work as Gollum.
Yeah.
And Gollum is one of the greatest characters ever
Right.
conceived
Yeah.
by a man.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see here. Old Boy.
Yeah.
I mentioned that.
She did.
Probably it's probably a close second behind Seven, but one of my favorite Fincher films, Zodiac.
I have that on my list.
Another one I got to see in theaters. That opened my eyes to the Zodiac Killer. I'd never heard of him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I remember my parents, when they took me to go see it, they were like, this is a true story. I was like, oh shit.
Damn.
My little boy mind. Donnie Darko.
Yeah. I like that one. I think that's when I think that might have been the first movie I watched where it made me want to like be more serious about movies. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure it was that director's first film he had ever done too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big accomplishment for your first debut film.
Right. I was like 13 or 14
Yeah.
when I watched it.
Yeah.
Perfect audience for that kind of
Oh
movie.
yeah, dude. Because that movie will fuck you up at a
Right.
young age watching
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Fucking Patrick Swayze playing the pedo. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see this on here. Mean Creek. Have y'all ever seen that?
It's got Josh
Drake-
Peck.
Or Josh Peck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake's in deep shit.
I don't think I've seen it.
I haven't seen the whole movie, but I know the scene, you know.
It's
Like-
it's a rough fucking movie. It's weird seeing Josh Peck fucking, because that was the peak of Drake and Josh.
He was still a kid.
Yeah. He was literally looked just like he
He was
did.
still chubby.
Yes. Yes. And he plays the bully in this film. And it's a rated R film. Like he's
Yeah.
dropping F bombs left and right,
Yeah.
calling people.
Both F-bombs, right?
Yes. Yes.
The bad one and the really bad
Yes.
one.
I think it's a very like underrated movie.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I need to watch it entirely.
Scary Movie. The very first one.
Yep. The first one's a classic.
The,
Come on.
I'd even make a case for
You
the
know-
second one.
You know, when I was a kid, I had trouble like if I just was flipping through channels and I saw either Scream or the first Scary Movie on, I had trouble telling the two apart, you know, when I was a kid, you know, until like something crazy happened, like something
funny.
Yeah, funny.
Scary would happen.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
The Departed.
Yeah, The Departed.
Departed.
You don't know any fucking Shakespeare?
Have you heard the theory that Matt Damon's character was a homosexual?
Yeah, I have. I'm not joking. I really
Have you heard that theory, Julia?
Nope.
Because there's like a point where he couldn't get it up. They set up the scene so much. She's over there eating a fucking banana.
Oh, yeah.
That is the most direct visual representation of a dick. And she's talking about, you want to talk about last night? It's something you could definitely overlook in the movie.
Right. I ate at Wahlburgers in Vegas.
How was that?
It was all right.
Was it?
Yeah.
You know what the secret recipe is?
Cum.
They mix all the Wahlbergs cum together.
Stop it.
They put it in the meat.
That's the secret sauce.
It's the secret sauce. Some Wahlberg sauce. Have you had a Wahlburger, Julia?
No.
Was it salty?
It is so gross.
They put way too much fucking lettuce on it, though. You can't taste the cum at all.
Yes, because when you really taste that cum, it really brings out the moisture of the meat.
Oh my God, it's going too far, Philip.
We're going too far. we were on two wheels for a second there. So.
then you just crashed and you just rolled down the hill.
My mom's going to text
ravine.
me at this point when she hears this.
Oh
She's
my
going to be like,
God.
what the fuck, son?
This is on the internet for the whole world to see.
We don't
And
have
they're all
enough.
going to say, what the fuck, son?
Look, we're at that point where we don't have enough subscribers yet to where they're not going to do anything to us.
Yeah.
We're like in the Wild West part
Yeah.
of YouTube.
I say we make our own website and then we do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. I'm actually, we don't have it videotaped this episode, but I'm actually naked right now during this recording.
He is.
Julia's got her head down because she doesn't want to see my penis.
All right.
What is happening?
Let's get back on track here.
You're the one who derailed it.
I didn't do anything, Julia. Next, two of my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movies came out this year. It was, or during the 2000s. Unbreakable, which is probably my favorite of his.
Yeah.
And Signs. I went and saw that in theaters when I was a little boy.
Signs.
I remember that movie.
I love Signs. It's a great, that's probably Mel Gibson's best performance.
Right. Dude, I got to be honest. Sometimes I had trouble telling Scary Movie 3 apart from
Charlie Sheen didn't give it away.
He looks enough like Mel Gibson where it's confusing, you know. When you're like 10, 12, you know. All right, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
This whole episode is going rogue.
We might have to start over.
We're going rogue.
Look, I need y'all two to focus.
We're all tired. And
It has been a
We're
really
all
long
pissy.
week.
Yeah.
And I feel pissy and unprepared and
all right, let's roll it. Let's roll it.
American Psycho,
Mm-hmm.
one of my all-time favorite movies. Little Miss Sunshine.
yeah, that's on my list.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Alan
of all
Arkin.
time, too.
Alan Arkin. Brokeback Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go ahead and chuck that one out there for
You
everybody.
just keep talking about that on every damn episode.
We're gonna make a whole episode about Brokeback Mountain
God bless.
and how much we love the gayness in that. We support gay.
This is gonna be
Right.
the worst
I
episode.
don't have anything wrong with it.
I don't have anything wrong
Not
with
that
it.
there's
either.
anything
Julia?
wrong with that.
I didn't say there was anything
Julia,
wrong with it.
please.
Yet again.
Please, Julia. Please.
Ryan, I'm gonna punch
Julia,
you. I'm
please.
seriously gonna punch you.
Please, can I talk? Thank you.
Oh God.
For its time, and I got to see this one in theaters, Cloverfield. That was some big shit when it came out. I have to say, I guess spoiler alert, I don't have the buzzer. the part that throws that movie off is when the camera guy gets eaten by the monster. Like, if that part didn't happen, I think that would have been a great movie from beginning to end. And maybe it's kind of wore off. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I don't know. Those POV movies.
The found footage is definitely hard to do.
I've always seen it as like a gimmick, you know.
I can't really think of a found footage movie that I actually like a mockumentary. This is Spinal Tap, but that's
not found footage though.
But it's set like a documentary almost. Mockumentary.
Yeah.
What's another good mockumentary? There's not a whole lot of those.
They're making a Spinal Tap 2 though.
Jesus Christ, are any of them dudes alive?
Rob Reiner's doing it.
I know he's still alive, but damn.
Yeah. I think they're all alive.
Probably are. Julia might have this on her list. Probably not, because it's a rough one. Monster.
No, I don't have it on my list. Are you done?
Good movie.
You listed about 15 of them.
Inglourious Bastards.
Philip.
Fahrenheit 9/11.
He's just rambling things off the internet at this point.
Well, I'm just seeing these great films, Julia. Please. Please.
Can I retroactively add something to last week's list?
Do it.
Yes.
Space Jam.
Dude, fuck yes.
From 1996.
Yes.
I'm editing last week's list and adding Space Jam.
Julia, who sang the song I Believe I Can Fly?
It'd be Mr. Richard Kelly, right?
Richard?
Robert.
Richard did it?
Robert Kelly.
Richard Kelly?
Roderick Kelly?
Roderick?
Who is in jail.
I'm sick of this shit. One of the greatest videos of all time. It's just like you're watching that and you're like, dude, you are guilty as a motherfucker.
Motherfucker, right?
He had his meltdown.
Yeah, he did. He had he had a tantrum.
Yes.
Yeah.
A childlike tantrum.
Yeah. You got any more, Ryan?
I'm going to throw this one out there as the last one. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this. I don't know I think it's considered a horror movie for men. Hard Candy. Have either one of y'all seen that movie?
No,
It sounds familiar.
With Elliot Page.
It sounds familiar.
I had to stick the landing on that one. Elliot Page, who played in Juno.
Oh, yeah.
You're laughing too hard.
You can't prove what I'm laughing at.
No. Julia made a face. So.
He told me a joke outside, and I just remembered it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard of it.
And it's got Patrick Wilson, the fella from all the Insidious movies.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Conjuring movies. He plays this. She is a young
14-year-old female vigilante trapping in the torture of a man whom she suspects of.
Yes. She breaks into his house and holds him captive.
Okay. Of being a sexual predator.
And fucked with
I
him.
feel like I've seen it.
Hard. I want to say something about this movie, but y'all haven't seen it. Damn it. It's got a scene where
it's from like 2005, so
it's got a scene where I know you as a man, you're going to go, oh my fucking God, this is absolutely terrible. It's fucked up. Okay. It hits the gas pedal.
Castration.
Close. Ew.
No comment.
Well, that's disturbing.
I'm gonna round my list off with that one. The Descent came out in the 2000s, right? I'd say that's one of them. It's up there on some horror movies. Do y'all like The Descent?
I have seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Really?
I don't think
so. The cave divers, they get stuck in the.
They get stuck. Yeah.
They get stuck in there. The scariest part of that fucking movie is when they get stuck climbing through the holes. I've got severe claustrophobia. And that, fuck that. What do you got in your list over there, Julia?
I only wrote down a few because I'm unprepared. Kill Bill Volume 1.
Left those out. It's a good one.
The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which is also a super sad movie to watch.
Yeah, it's another
God, it's sad.
one and done.
It is. It is so. I tried to watch it
That's
recently, and I was like, "Damn, I don't think I could watch this again."
I would call that Fincher's romance movie.
Yeah, it's tough though.
That's probably his one romance movie.
Right.
And I think it works. It's a great film.
I love
Long as a
I really
motherfucker and hard to watch, but it's great.
I agree. You know what else came out in 2000s that I love? Shrek.
Ooh.
Shrek.
So Eddie Murphy's work as Donkey was the first ever voice acting role that got nominated for an acting performance. I think he got nominated.
Really?
He got nominated for Best Supporting Actor for the BAFTAs, the British Awards. It's like their Oscars.
Huh. I did not know that. That's very
for
interesting.
Best Supporting Actor. Which Donkey is probably the best part of Shrek.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
He's voiced two good characters in movies. He voices the dragon in Mulan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Mushu.
Yeah.
Mushu. I love Mushu. He's a good character.
They really needed him to talk them out of some shit, didn't they? That little dragon. Because then he don't do the war.
Oh.
The whole time.
Yeah. I got lost for a second there.
He's working for the ancestors. Anyway, and then the last one I have on my list is the OG Iron Man. I love the first Iron Man. I love when he comes out of that damn cave in that OG suit.
He comes. We didn't watch the same Iron Man movie. I don't think.
I love that movie.
If he
I don't care
comes.
what you say. I knew you'd give me shit for it, and I don't care.
So that was back. That was back when I actually still watched Marvel movies.
It was one of the first. So yeah.
It wasn't that. It came out at a time where because superhero movies, if you ask me, have dwindled during the 2010s. Or the late 2010s, really. When they started making them TV shows is when it really went downhill.
Right.
Because I know Infinity War and Endgame were like fucking big shit when it came out.
I think the OG Iron Man is if I had to
I
had to rate Marvel movies, I say that is the best one.
It came out in that time where like Spider-Man, the OG Spider-Man had came out. I mean, the first Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is... I'd throw that on the list.
Yeah, I do like them.
Because Spider-Man 2 is probably better than it's better than the first one.
Right. I agree.
I think I agree too.
That scene where Doc Ock's on the operating table and his fucking tentacles come alive and kill all the nurses. Dude, it turns into like Evil Dead at that point. Sam Raimi was like, I'm going to make a little 5-minute horror movie real quick.
Yeah.
So that's the last one on your 2000s list?
Yes,
Julia?
because I wasn't very prepared.
We left out There Will Be Blood.
There are like 100 million movies we left out.
I know, but we did so many for the other ones. I'm just trying to throw out some good ones.
Because we sucked this week. And
Look,
it just is what
I'm
it is.
saving us from sucking.
I got a whole dissertation over here. I don't know why you keep saying we.
Why? What's the rest of your dissertation?
Gangs of New York.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like Gangs of New York.
Gangs of New York.
Come on, Philip.
So up next, we got the spotlight, right?
I thought you meant more 2000s movies.
No.
Now he's spotlighting. Now we're going to talk about Robert Eggers.
Yeah.
Robert Eggers.
I thought we were done.
We are now. Robert Eggers it is, friends.
All right.
Let's talk about old Robbie E.
Mm-hmm. He hasn't done a lot looking on his IMDb.
No. Only three films.
Yeah.
The Vivitch.
Yeah.
His debut film.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, that was one of my... That movie started my downfall with my family, letting me choose the horror movie to go see in theaters each year. Because that's when they were like, okay. Because if y'all remember when they released that movie, the advertising of it made it look like it was a jump scare type of movie.
Right.
and I don't think they were prepared for the way he story tells in that movie, because it's slow. It's a very slow burn. And there's not a whole lot of jump scares, honestly. All the shit you see in the trailer happened in the first 20 minutes of the movie. And I loved it.
Yeah, I love it too.
I loved it. That's probably one of my favorite A24 films.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he followed that up with The Lighthouse too. You know,
that's another favorite of A24.
Yeah, it's just two bangers right in a row, dude.
Yes. And for people that have never seen The Lighthouse, do it. I think that's honestly a masterpiece.
It's one of my favorite movies in the last 5 years, easily.
Yes.
Like, easy.
Performance-wise, it's a 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The fact that Robert Pattinson didn't get nominated, or Willem Dafoe. It's just it's a crime against humanity, because they are stellar in that film.
Yeah, they are.
I think they're on a whole different level of acting in that movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they take it to 100.
Oh, yeah.
They take it to 100.
Yeah.
He's got a very keen eye to, his attention to detail is just out of this world too, Robert Eggers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The set design, the cinematography. The cinematography was nominated, so.
That's the only thing that was nominated for The Lighthouse, right?
I believe so, yeah.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Horror, and I don't even know how people consider that a horror movie. I'm honestly with you and think it's a comedy.
I think it's a comedy.
Because it is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude. And it's during a storm, you know, he's working in like the furnace or whatever.
Yeah.
And Defoe like kicks the door in.
Yeah, the rations.
Yeah. You can't even hear him over the sound of like the machines and the foghorn.
Yeah.
But he's just screaming something about rations.
And the rations is just more alcohol.
Yeah. He takes him outside to dig up a case of rum.
In the middle of a fucking hurricane.
Yeah. Dude, I'd love to see SpongeBob do a Lighthouse episode.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Mr. Krabs.
Oh, that would be funny.
Mr. Krabs is Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. SpongeBob is Robert Pattinson. You know.
Hey, Nickelodeon.
There we go. You need writers right now.
Yeah,
that's
we got y'all.
A hint to the documentary. You know.
Yeah, they really need something.
Yeah, you need staff over there.
They need some Jesus.
Yeah.
Any comment on that, Julia?
No.
He's done a lot of short films. If you look at his credits.
I haven't seen any of them, but I know that he's got a lot of credits for that. Yeah.
He did a 30-minute short about Hansel and Gretel, and I need to try to find it somewhere because it sounded cool.
I feel like he worked with his brother a lot, who actually, I think, co-wrote The Northman.
I can't remember, but you know.
And The Northman's more of his mainstream film.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah. He's done The Telltale Heart, the Edgar Allan Poe story. He did a short for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking about The Northman, it received some criticisms when it came out, saying it wasn't his best work. And
I wonder if it's because he broke away from A24.
It could be.
He went to a more mainstream production company.
And I think the edit was botched because he didn't have final say on it.
I was expecting it to be a lot more brutal than it was, because that's the only way you got, like, to portray Vikings the way they were. It's the only way to portray them as pure violence.
Skarsgård's relationship with Anya Taylor-Joy in that movie doesn't make any sense. And I think a lot of their scenes together were cut, is what it was.
Really?
Yeah. That's just me guessing. I don't actually know, but.
Well, honestly, the movie is just a live action version of The Lion King.
Right. Yeah, kind of.
I have not watched it.
It's just The Lion King with actual actors.
It wasn't his best work. I'll agree with that. But
It was still good in some moments.
it was all right.
You know,
Yeah.
like the fighting scenes were, it was like them long sweeping shots that were uncut.
Yeah.
That's where you can tell it's like it's got his fingerprints on it.
Yeah. The action was cool. Like it was well choreographed.
Yeah.
And, you know, and
Which that's a big achievement, you know, because it's hard to direct action, I feel like.
yeah.
That's why there's always them old school directors that don't necessarily make good movies, but they make damn good action movies, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah. I was going to say one other thing. Lost my train of thought.
He's directing Nosferatu.
Yeah, that's true.
It's coming out
true.
this year.
Yep.
It's got Johnny Depp's daughter
Oh,
playing
yeah.
in the main role.
Yeah. And
Bill
the,
Skarsgård.
The other Skarsgård. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's playing Count Olaf.
How many Skarsgårds are there? There's like 20, right?
Uh,
I feel like there's like 20 of them.
there's a couple that are like really prominent, and then Stellan Skarsgård, the dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people connect the dots on that he is the father.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
But it's just like it's in the last name, people. Come on.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of people with the last name Skarsgård.
Right. There probably are where they're from.
Probably.
It's probably like the Smith of that country. You know?
The Smith.
Their family reunions are huge. You know?
The Skarsgård plays in The Northman. That's
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
Skarsgård.
That one is Bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
And
fucking, he's a tank.
Yeah. And then the one that's going to be in Nosferatu is.
That one's Bill Skarsgård. right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Alex is
Alex.
the
Yeah,
Viking.
Alexander Skarsgård. Oh, I just dropped my phone on my cock. Damn. That hurt.
It's bad for your health.
That hurts extremely more because I'm naked. That just dropped on bare balls.
Yeah. I mean, overall, like, Eggers is one of the more talented directors we
Yes.
have working today. So
Him and Ari Aster are the new faces of horror for us.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's like their movies kind of fall between genres. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're more experimental
Yeah,
feeling and
They're like a subgenre.
yeah. Because The Witch is closest to a traditional horror film, but even then it's pretty unique, you know.
It is.
Like
I remember that witch fucking churning that baby at the beginning of the movie and the butter churner.
yeah.
He's got this killer soundtrack in the background to it. I was like, holy shit. Because that happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that was the big selling point of that movie was the whole peekaboo scene.
Mm-hmm.
That was the big like jump scare for the movie.
Yeah.
Happens in the first 10 minutes.
I've watched it. I'm aware.
Did you watch it? Comment, Julian?
Yes, I've watched it.
Any comment?
No, but I watched it.
Any comment on Robert Eggers? Have you seen his films?
I went with you guys to see The Lighthouse.
Well, the audience that we are talking to does not know that, Julia.
I went with you guys.
I remember being the one psycho that laughed during the seagull scene in the lighthouse.
Not surprised.
The shit was hilarious. I didn't understand why other people weren't laughing.
It's pretty funny, actually.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's what makes that movie a comedy almost.
I think they said forgot how many rubber chickens they used to
Get that?
yeah.
It's a hell of a shot, too.
Yeah.
It's a big sweeping shot.
Yeah.
And then it ends up to the top of the lighthouse, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Because doesn't it just dolly over and go up
Yeah, I
to
think so.
Willem Dafoe? Or it goes straight up to the wind thing. What are them things called? That tell you northeast, west, south?
The wind vane?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, the wind thing.
The wind vane
Wind vane.
with a V.
Excuse me.
With a V.
Excuse me, everybody.
Yeah.
This
Bad luck to
episode,
kill a seabird.
this episode is sponsored by C4.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
C4
Lies.
and Camel Blue cigarettes.
No, it isn't.
It's not.
We're sponsored by nobody.
Cut that.
Any further comment, Julia?
Mr. Bobby Eggers.
Nope.
Oh, Bob.
I really hope that Nosferatu turns out to be really good.
I think it will be. It seems like a return to his bread and butter,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
I hope it's more of a I hope it's a full-fledged horror film.
Oh, it has to be.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
I know that there's that romance.
It's a musical.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God. Don't say yes to that, Julia. Jesus.
Any other comments, questions, concerns?
My concern is Julia wanted it to be a musical.
Yep.
We're ready to move on to our next segment.
Let's move on.
Yep.
Okay.
What's our next segment?
I got underrated movies.
Underrated.
We did last week. We did overrated, right? Was it last week? So
Yeah.
let's do underrated this week.
Okay. Start us off there, Slick.
All right. My number one. You have something to say?
Nope. Do it.
My number one is I got the 2012 Dread with Carl Urban. And
Oh,
Okay.
I like that.
yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one, Phil.
It does have decent reviews online,
Yeah.
but they were gonna turn it into a franchise and it never happened, and I think that was a mistake, you know.
I liked that one.
Because he was a really good Dread, and the movie was straightforward, you know, not too long, just short and sweet, no like sappy love story, and just Judge Dredd kicking ass.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was because
I dig it.
the Sylvester Stallone version, you lose hope and you're like, God.
He takes his helmet off, dude.
Yeah.
Dredd never takes his helmet
And then
off.
to be able to see Dread like that was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. And then I think it came out in the era where every movie was like 3D though. And you remember that when
Yeah.
in the slow-mo effects and stuff where they do become a little much sometimes.
That was 2012, wasn't it? So it
Right.
was,
Yeah.
Right around.
Yeah.
There was a long period where every movie was coming out in 3D.
Yeah. And it was kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
It was really fucking annoying. Anyway, up next, I have a comedy by the name of Sex Drive.
okay.
It is it has, what's his name? Clark from The Office with the
Oh,
glasses. He's not the
Okay.
main character,
think I've
but he's
seen
in it. Yeah. He's not the main character, but he's in it. And it's kind of like a teenage sex comedy, you know, think like American Pie and that kind of shit.
Right.
The basic premise is that this nerdy, like,
I've seen it.
yeah, this nerdy teenager meets this woman online, and he like steals his brother's car and drives across the country to meet her and have sex, you know, and they have some shenanigans along the way, you know.
Including Seth Green as an Amish dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Amish people are like my favorite part of the movie. Yeah.
I've definitely seen it. I love movies like that.
Yeah. It's just one of those, it's a solid comedy that like flew under the radar, I think. And
Yeah.
it's raunchy humor, but you know, it's a fun movie.
Right.
I have Anything by Rob Zombie up next. And I think Rob Zombie is a solid filmmaker.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like him or his movies.
In his own right.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
But he makes movies that he likes, and it
Yeah.
shows. you know?
Yeah.
So
I think it shows a lot in The Devil's Rejects. That's where he had the most fun, and it's probably his best movie.
right. And his wife, Lily Moon, is fucking hot, and she's in like all of them. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is. I love it. What's her name and Baby?
Yeah, I think so. And American Devil's Rejects. Yeah.
I mean, he finishes the movie off with the song Free Bird.
Yeah.
It don't get more badass and American than
Right.
that.
Oh,
people.
definitely. Yeah. I even like his Halloween sequels. You know.
I do
Whew.
too.
Or
Halloween
remakes.
is rough. It's rough.
It is a rough movie.
Yeah.
fucking that kid up out in the woods with a tree branch. Fucking that kid up.
Yeah, dude.
I remember my aunt at the theaters leaned over and she was like, I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to have to leave.
Dude, I remember the shot where, spoiler alert, but it happens early on, where kid Michael cuts his dad's throat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the stepdad on the
Yeah,
couch. Or
yeah.
he's sleeping in his sleep.
It's like
sleeping chair.
you can see the blood like well up in his neck, and then it
Yes.
just pours out. You know,
Yes.
I saw that way
real
too
movie.
young, and that shot just stuck with me.
And
You know,
Danny Trejo's death in it.
yeah,
Because he's the good orderly that actually like is
Yeah.
nice to Michael.
actually likes him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just fucks him up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
The guy they got to play Michael Myers is probably one of the best Michael Myers because
Right.
they made him horrifying.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
they
he's
did.
supposed to be fucking massive. And he
Yeah.
is massive in that fucking movie.
The way Michael looked as a kid is the exact like image you get when you think of a psychopath child.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
like he's got the long hair and
Yep.
he doesn't say anything. You know, he's got
Unless
like
it's a death metal.
yeah, he's a little overweight. You
Yeah.
know, but yeah, love Rob Zombie. Up next, I have End of Watch with
The Jake Gyllenhaal.
and Michael
Michael
Pena. Yeah. And it's one that caught me by surprise. Like I remember like the trailers and stuff and seeing it on TV and whatever. And I was like, yeah, that doesn't really appeal to me.
It's
And
pretty
then
fucking good.
I watched it later on and yeah, I was wrong.
It's pretty fucking good.
It's a really great film.
That ending.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, man, it gets you.
Comments, Julia?
You ever seen End of Watch?
I have not.
Really?
It's really
Not that
good.
I'm aware of.
I think you'd like it.
It's a buddy cop film, but it's not like funny. Well,
Yeah,
it has funny moments, but it's
It's not entirely wholesome.
right. It's a drama, but it has some funny moments.
Yeah.
So, you know. Yeah, that's a good one. Any of the classic spoof movies like Airplane, Naked Gun,
Yeah.
Scary Movie.
Yeah.
I feel like we need more of those today
Oh, yeah.
because
That comedy is a dying breed.
yeah, films are in the cinema in general is in like a really rough spot right now.
It's
I
like they're
think
in limbo.
everything is so pretentious, takes itself so seriously.
Watered
But
down.
could they get away with that type of comedy?
That's the
now?
thing,
I feel
though,
like
they
it
need-
will offend everybody.
Oh,
That's
it'd
the
be
thing. They need to stop
fantastic.
giving a fuck about
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
just offend everybody, which takes the fun out of it.
that. No, like who cares?
Yeah.
That
It's
shit
fun.
only exists on social media. If you just ignore social media, it doesn't exist. Like, I'm serious.
I was going to say something, but I had to
He had to.
bite my lip on
He
that
had
one.
to take it back.
You go to fucking the grocery store, and nobody's going to start yelling at you about Donald Trump or Joe Biden or whatever. Like,
Oh, Lord.
I mean, 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, moving on. I like the classic spoof movies.
Yes, I agree. Airplane for sure.
Yeah. And I got one that is, I think, pretty far under the radar. It's a Robin Williams film, and it's called World's Greatest Dad.
Oh, okay. I remember you telling us
Yeah,
about this
you were
one.
talking about it the other
Yeah.
podcast.
Directed by Bobcat Goldthwait.
It's a hell of a name.
He was I think that was like his stage name. He was a stand-up comedian in like the 80s.
That name sounds like a Civil War general.
But him and Robin Williams were really close friends in real life. So
Wow.
yeah,
It's one of his more serious movies.
it is. It's like it's about as dark as a comedy can get. You know, yeah. I can't even summarize the plot because it'll spoil too much. But
Right.
it's fucking good. Robin Williams. Who doesn't love Robin Williams? You know?
Right.
And it's funny. It'll make you cry too. And then, you know, it's a roller coaster.
Something about crying to Robin Williams, too,
Oh
hits a lot more.
yeah. Yeah.
Even before he had passed away, it still
Oh yeah.
was impactful because it's just Robin Williams,
dude.
man. I remember my mom showed me The World According to Garp. That shit stuck with me. John Lithgow plays the woman, or he's trying to be a woman. Have you seen that movie? Do you remember that? John Lithgow playing the
I might.
The cross-dresser?
I might remember it.
The transsexual? Any comment on that, Julia?
No.
Anyways, more underrated films, Philip?
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up my notes here.
We're Googling over here.
Well, this list, and this is a film that I have seen, and I can kind of agree with it because I'm sure y'all have never seen it. The Assistant. It's got
Not familiar.
Julia Garner, who plays Ruth Langmore in Ozark.
Oh.
She plays an overworked assistant to a big-time film producer who uses his power and position to abuse women. Sound like anybody we know, people. It is a movie that sticks with you.
Right.
And shout out to my boy Matthew McFadden, who plays in it as the HR representative of the company. He steals the movie.
Did you just Google Matthew McFadden movies and it just happens to come up?
No.
Okay.
This is
curious.
This is literally on a list of the 28 most underrated films for me. Let's see here. I wanted this movie to be good. Are you fucking filming over there? What the fuck? This episode is sponsored by C4.
I hate him.
No, it is not.
I hate him.
No, it is not.
You dick. Tell him to stop.
The Village.
Oh, I've seen that one, I do believe.
The Joaquin Phoenix, M. Night Shyamalan movie from back in the day. Follows the blind girl.
Wait, hang on.
Spoiler alert.
You're saying that movie's underrated?
Oh, she's videotaping again.
Doesn't that movie suck?
Doesn't that movie?
It does because of the ending. That's where M. Night Shyamalan's endings really started showing flaws.
I thought this was like a notoriously horrible movie.
All right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe
No, I'm
wrong.
serious. I mean, if you like it, that's fine. But
don't tell the rest of the world to like it.
I mean, if you seriously, like, the ending is what sucks. The rest of the movie's actually not that bad.
it was like an episode of Scooby Doo, right? In the ending.
All right, I recant that last.
Old Man Carruthers was haunting the grounds so he can build a new amusement park or something.
Moving on. You know, we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. I've got so much more shit. Just kidding.
Continue.
I'm going to throw this one out there, and guess what? If y'all don't fucking like it, suck a dick. Taken. The first Taken.
I like Taken.
Oh, okay. Y'all like Taken?
I don't feel like
Good to
Taken's
know.
underrated.
Next.
It's a really good movie.
Taken? I think it's underrated.
You think it's like a perfect 10?
I think it's underrated.
How is it underrated? Like,
Because that is the
everybody likes
one
that
movie where Liam Neeson is like a stone cold badass. And if you don't stop fucking filming, if you can't get it the first time, don't do it at all. Jesus, she's over here, got a camera in our face like the paparazzi.
Liam Neeson's pretty badass in the A-Team.
All right. Y'all could suck a dick.
You don't like the A-Team?
No.
It's got Bradley Cooper, Liam Neeson, the UFC guy.
Oh,
That's
God.
garbage.
Taken is good. I like Taken.
I'm dead.
I like Taken.
I love the movie Taken. Like, I truly love that movie.
That doesn't mean other people don't love it.
I feel like if you haven't watched Taken, you've been in a hole.
Like, people don't like shout to the gods about Taken. That's why I'm saying it's underrated. Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. That's not one of the one movies we're talking about every fucking episode.
We're agreeing with you.
I agreed.
You're over here cackling.
I'm just, It's between the
Making
two
me
of you.
insecure over
It's
here.
between the two of you. I can't help it sometimes. The
All
banter is too much for me sometimes, y'all. The banter is too much.
What we got next?
Oh, God.
Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang.
Haven't seen it.
I like that movie. I agree
Underrated.
that it's underrated.
Haven't seen it.
Eastern Promises.
I've never watched that movie.
Still haven't watched it. But
The Vigo.
I think you've talked about it, right?
yeah.
It's a great movie. Gone Baby Gone.
Don't know.
You've never seen Gone Baby
You've never
Gone?
seen Gone Baby Gone?
Wow.
Even I've seen that one.
I don't
That's
think
probably
so.
Ben Affleck's best movie
The
he's ever
story's
directed.
crazy.
Ben Affleck.
And it's stars his brother Casey in the lead role. It's Casey Affleck, Ed Harris, Morgan Freeman. It's a hell of a cat. Michelle Monaghan.
It's a good movie.
It's a fucking killer movie. For some reason, when Ben Affleck directs a movie that takes place in Boston, he does really good.
Boston.
Boston. Would you consider The Town underrated?
I haven't seen The Town.
What?
No.
You haven't watched The Town?
I haven't. No.
Have you seen The Town, Julian?
Probably. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Another Ben Affleck.
Another Ben Affleck. This is on this list. United 93.
Is that the
Oh, we
9/11?
talked about that on another podcast. You said you liked that.
the 9/11 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the tragedy.
Oh, reminds me of that tragedy.
It's one of those that just hurts to watch.
Yeah. Walk through blood and bone.
Oh man, I'm just gonna say this one because it's on here. The Butterfly Effect.
Oh my God.
This is on
That
IMDb's
movie
list.
is terrible.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher. Wasn't there a scene where he agreed to suck two dudes' dicks in prison? He ends
I
up
don't remember
stabbing
that.
one of them.
I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure that happens in that movie. Sister, if you listen to this, I know you've seen it. Let me know. I'm just gonna kind of scan through this and see if I agree with anything. Collateral, that's on here. I can agree with that. It's probably Tom Cruise's one of his best roles.
Tim Cruise.
Tommy C. The Hurt Locker.
That's one I didn't think about.
I think that's a little underrated.
Yeah.
Even though it won Best Picture against Avatar, I feel like it was still kind of an underlining under Avatar that year.
Right.
Because I think I saw Avatar first. I was like, oh man, this is great. Because I was just captured in the moment. And I remember seeing The Hurt Locker later on that year, and I was like, yeah, this is the better movie.
Fuck Avatar.
Fucking Jeremy Renner. That's when I was like, yes.
Yeah, dude.
Because I always knew that he was a good actor. He just needed that good role.
Right.
Let's see here. This has Castaway on it.
Castaway, huh? Yeah, Castaway's all right. I don't mind it.
I think it's an okay movie.
Film can make you cry over a volleyball. Face Off.
I just like the opening.
The Rock. The Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage movie from back in the 90s. You don't like that, Julia? Comment?
It's not a bad movie.
It's where Sean Connery had the long hair like Gandalf. Oh, God. iRobot. Just kidding.
I think your list is done, sir.
I'm almost there.
That's what she said.
Series of unfortunate events.
If you're like 12, maybe.
Julia, comment?
No.
Independence Day.
I like that movie.
I like Dennis Quaid.
As the drunk. They got probed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Drives the fucking plane into this mothership.
Fuck yeah, ends the war.
He said, hello, boys.
Yeah. That is one of the most badass parts of that movie. It's probably the badass.
Yeah.
That and Bill Pullman's speech,
Yeah.
the Independence Day speech.
Yeah.
Because if you made a speech like that as a president, you're just going to be president for the rest of the time.
Yeah. Fuck what the Constitution
I mean,
says.
you save the country from it. Is he the best president in a movie?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Julia, comment. Who's your favorite president in a film?
Could be. Who, Bill Pullman?
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
He gets in the fucking fighter jet. I meant to be in there. It's just like, oh man, this guy is the real deal. Could you imagine Trump getting in a fucking fighter jet? Or Biden? Biden would turn into a full kamikaze.
God. Dear God. It's too much for me.
Old DT would be dangerous in a fighter jet.
He'd immediately just launch all weapons.
Yeah, dude, he'd fuck some shit up. Shout out to Donald Trump.
Love to have him on.
Love to have him on.
Yeah.
Julia, comment.
God, this is a rogue episode.
Try to get us Donald Trump, Julia.
On it.
Yeah.
That'll really bolster the subscribers.
Say we're prepared to make a very generous campaign donation.
Yeah. Of $100, American dollars.
Of our hard-earned money.
Yep.
American money. All right, what we got next?
What do we have next,
You
Julia?
got any underrated movies, Julia?
No, because I'm unprepared this evening.
Bro.
Armageddon?
Yeah, sure. It's like, what is the story? It's like someone said it would be easier to teach astronauts how to drill oil or how to use a drill as opposed to getting drill workers to be an astronaut.
And I think they even like brush over that a little bit in the film. That's why Bruce Willis is like, I'm the only man that can do it.
Yeah.
And my team's the only team that can do it.
Right.
And that's how he convinces NASA.
Yeah, but you don't know how to go to space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You don't know how to save the literal human race, dude.
And Steve Buscemi's character is insane in that movie.
Yeah, that's the one that has a
all-star cast.
Yeah, it's got Ben Affleck, right?
Yep, Liv
Bruce
Tyler.
Bruce Willis, all kinds of people.
Featuring the song by Aerosmith.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that? I don't want to close my eyes. Fucking horrible.
That's right.
It's Love in an Elevator, dude.
No. Is it Dude Looks Like a Lady?
Yeah. So,
Idiot.
Julia, you don't have any underrated movies,
No.
huh?
You're having a shitty go at it if you have to use Aerosmith as
I'm prepared.
music for your film.
Yeah, Aerosmith kind of sucks, dude.
Aerosmith fucking sucks.
They're just the worst Led Zeppelin, you know.
Yes. They're the Kroger brand.
Yeah, the great value.
Yeah. Julia, comment Aerosmith?
No, I'm not commenting on that.
Why not?
She actually likes Aerosmith.
Oh God. You probably think that what's his face is hot.
Stephen Tyler.
No. But I do like
What
some of
is
their
he?
songs.
Now that man just looks.
He's a dude that looks like a lady.
You know, I'm pretty sure he made that song about the lead singer of Poison. He saw him from behind at a party,
Yeah, I think
and he
so.
looked like a chick, and he was like, "Oh, look at this
Brett
chick."
Michaels.
Why are you ragging on Brett Michaels all of a sudden?
Because he did look like a fucking chick back in the day. They all did.
Wearing them skin tight pants,
Yeah, dude.
showing dick root. Just a meat hook in their fucking pants.
Philip, why are you letting him
Because
ramble?
he's not lying. That's how it was.
I remember
I know. Well, I'm aware.
my dad had a box set of this specific concert of Led Zeppelin, and every time they did a like low shot on Robert Plant constantly, and Robert Plant wore the tightest pants known to mankind. And it's just nothing but dick root. It's all you can focus on.
And those guys were so skinny, they were nothing but hair and dick. You know?
Yeah, hair and penis, Julia. Comment, please.
No, I'm not commenting
Please,
on
Julia,
it.
comment.
No.
Any further comment on dick root?
I am not going to
Penis, Julia,
contribute to
please.
this conversation.
Please.
All right. Are we ready to talk about the main film?
No.
We're
And I
not?
tell you why, because Ryan didn't watch it.
Oh, God.
Then what are we doing?
So what's the point? So I chose the main movie only because I had watched it, I think, last week. And I chose Poor Things because I thought certainly everybody will watch it before the next podcast. Philip did.
I did watch it.
Ryan didn't.
I didn't.
So,
And I'm sorry.
and the whole reason why I wanted to spotlight it was so we could discuss it because it was a wild ass ride.
That's the point of every movie, though.
But this one
That
is
we-
a truly wild ass ride. Philip, do you agree?
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Well, I understand
So
that, but I
guess we'll just
suggest wild ride of movies all the time.
no, not like this.
I understand.
Anyway,
Life got in the
so-
way, Julia. We don't get paid for this. I can't go full commitment on it. I have to fully commit to the job that pays me,
The
unfortunately.
main movie was Poor Things from 2023.
And I unfortunately did not watch it, people.
Directed by
I am sorry that my life is an inconvenience to everybody. Proceed with the movie, Julia. Comment.
That is directed by
Yorgos
Yorgos
Lanthimos.
Lanthimos,
Yes,
starring Emma Stone,
it did.
Mark Ruffalo, and Wilhelm Dafoe.
Willem.
And written by Tony McNamara and Alistair
He won the Oscar, right?
Gray.
He won
Yeah.
the Oscar for screenplay.
And then it won 4 Oscars.
Yep.
And if you haven't watched it, it's a wild ass ride that I can't talk about because I'll spoil the whole movie.
Can
Well,
say general stuff about
yeah,
it.
I mean, I know the
premise,
basis of the film.
plot of the movie, and it's also a book as well.
Did not know that.
Yeah. And the plot of the movie is that Wilhelm Dafoe is a kind of like a mad scientist kind of guy.
Like a Frankenstein type.
Yeah, it's like a
type
very
doctor.
Frankensteinish type movie,
Yeah.
but he Emma Stone's character,
So it's like Frankenstein making the monster himself almost, or trying to.
he's trying to do, I mean, because if you watch the movie, I'm not going to say this because it's not like a spoiler, but like he does it to animals too. Like there was like a, what was it? Like a pig duck and
Yeah.
like a cat dog and
a goose goat.
yeah,
Nice.
goose goat.
Yeah.
So he does it. He's, I guess, what do you want to?
A mad scientist?
Yeah, kind of like a mad scientist.
Yeah, exactly. He's
So-
like a surgeon. You know?
Okay.
But he tries to. So he gets dead bodies to do experiments. So Emma Stone's character, he gets Emma Stone's body, and he ends up putting a literal baby's brain to replace hers because she was brain dead.
Yeah.
So it's Emma Stone as an adult with a baby's brain growing up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and it's all the things, it's all the things. It's so
Yeah.
crazy. Philip, take it over.
Yeah. Yorgos Lanthimos is very good at making you feel uncomfortable.
God, it
We
did.
should
Man, did it
spotlight
not in
him.
some parts, Philip?
Yeah.
You were
it's-
just like, there were so many times that I just kind of like looked down because I
Yeah,
thought,
it's like-
That's
don't
just,
stare
that's-
full
yeah.
on.
That's the recurring theme of his movies,
Yeah.
is that he is
Golly.
incredibly great at making you feel like, what the fuck?
Golly.
Yeah.
It messed with me.
It's like you get secondhand embarrassment.
Mhm.
Right, right.
like-
That's his style.
That's a
Of,
good way to put
Yeah.
that.
that's his
Philip.
style of comedy, and
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah. And all the acting performances were amazing.
Oh,
you know?
God. And I was telling them that if I would have watched that prior to our Oscar predictions,
Mm-hmm.
I would have 100% put Emma Stone
Right.
to win that. No, I don't want to hear you gloating over there, mister. I haven't watched the movie and I just guess.
But I didn't guess. I just kind of
I haven't
I
watched the
paid
movie.
attention to the award circuit, Julia.
But you haven't watched the movie. So, but after watching it, 100% would have put my
I think I made
my
a
vote
fair
on-
point to why Lily
on-
Gladstone wasn't going to win, because she acted sick the whole fucking movie. 3/4 of the movie is her in a bed.
Anywho, but Emma Stone was
Right.
incredible
Yeah, she's naked as fuck in it too, dude.
Yes, there are so many nips. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was telling, I told you last week. I was like, it's full front. Like
She got a nice pair on her.
full frontals. Like it was in.
I'm not gonna talk shit about it
For her.
And then you see some old man wiener too, and I was upset about that because
Willem Dafoe wiener?
no, just some rando.
Damn.
It's a rando old man wiener,
Yeah.
and it is just staring at you.
Yep.
Is he throwing some length out there at all?
No, it was.
How long-
It made
how
you
long were we
uncomfortable,
talking?
right, Philip?
There's several wieners.
Yes, it's crazy.
And none of them are
I'm telling you.
pretty.
Yeah,
Any
they
big
are.
ones?
Not really.
Damn. Quit. Watch the movie and stop asking us questions.
Well, if a
Ryan?
big dick was in it, I might be more intrigued.
More inclined.
Yeah.
Philip, what do you have to say about it? Because it's crazy.
The cinematography was really unique and it fit the story very well.
agree.
Like it went from black and white to color and then
Yeah, yeah.
fisheye to normal to wide, you know.
He has that. It feels very Kubrickian.
Yeah.
His shots.
Kind
you
of
know?
does. Mhm.
But they're all like very unique to his own style.
Right.
But it has that feel of a
Right.
Kubrick type of film.
Did it win set design?
I think
It
so.
did.
Yeah. Production design.
Because I thought Barbie was going to win.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Most of the sets are CGI. And I didn't
Really?
I didn't like that.
Oh, were they?
Like they look like they were CGI, you know? Like cuz it's like it's set in this like steampunk kind of fantasy world.
Oh, like the outside area of like a town or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
Like when they were in Lisbon?
Yeah.
You know about that stuff?
Yeah. Like it didn't look right.
It didn't look
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. Like it just felt very out of character for
Yorgos.
I don't know, it just
Maybe he experimented a little bit.
right, I guess so.
Got a little experimental with this one.
If I had one gripe about the movie, it's that. The sets weren't very believable, in my opinion. Like,
Okay.
and maybe that's a creative decision because she does have the mind of a child, you know.
Right.
But, you know,
That might be what it is. Who knows?
yeah. But I don't think it fit very well.
Obviously, I don't know because I did not watch it.
You haven't
And I'm
watched the movie.
so sorry.
Mark Ruffalo was a gigantic cock.
Yeah, he was.
Golly.
He's just like a
Tool of
sleazy,
tools.
you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
yeah.
God. He pissed me off so many times. I was like,
Yeah.
He doesn't play that type of character.
Yeah. He's
Very
just,
much.
He's just like gross.
yeah.
You know?
He's just, it's like disgusting. He's such a tool. Ugh.
Yeah,
But played fantastically.
Right.
Like
He
he lived up
deserved
to
the
the character.
nomination.
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah.
Do you think he deserved it over Robert Downey?
No.
No.
No comment.
Yeah. He'd probably say yes.
Do you think?
but
Well,
I think Robert Downey.
I mean, Robert Downey
excellent.
did do good. Like I said from the beginning, I liked the acting in Oppenheimer, but you know, didn't like the movie overall.
right. Did you see our first comment on a video?
No.
Yes.
I think you're the only one that looks at that.
No, I did. I answered it too. I answered it after you did. I
So,
saw it.
I liked it. Wasn't
It
that
was
bad of a-
somebody. So if you haven't read it?
No.
Okay. Well, after we finish talking about this, when we close, I'll tell you about it.
Talking shit.
No. But he had a pretty valid point. Anyway, but Poor Things. If you haven't watched it, take the 2 hours and 21 minutes, as Philip says, to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, and then leave us a comment about it because again, it's a pretty wild ass movie, and I feel like there's a lot to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to spoil it until at least Ryan watches it. And don't try to play that now. It's just too late. He's on the soundboard. It's too late to say anything.
Thank y'all for coming. White power!
Anywho.
We haven't even done the outro.
Yeah, he missed it at the intro though. But anyway, so watch Poor
throw it
Things.
in my-
Yeah.
You can watch it on Hulu for free right now. I don't know, where did you watch it, Philip?
I watched it on Hulu.
Okay, so I watched it on Hulu. too. It's
Hulu,
free,
everybody.
and it's really
This
good.
episode is sponsored by Hulu.
No, it is not. He's gonna get us canceled and everything
And
else.
sued.
Stop it. Yeah,
we'll be
it's
all right.
sued.
We got some good lawyers.
We don't have any lawyers.
I'll defend us.
Yeah,
God.
sure.
Anyway,
I'll wear these sunglasses into court,
no,
and we will be let free.
and and that concludes our main movie for the evening.
You know what the people been calling me at the bar? because I come in wearing these sunglasses. They call me Tin Cup. You remember the Kevin Costner movie back in the day? That shit made me laugh because I was like, damn, I do look like fucking Tin Cup.
That's so
Is that the golf movie?
Yes. It's because he wears these glasses the whole fucking movie. It's a good movie. Cheech Marin is his fucking caddy.
Yeah. I remember that movie.
Don Johnson's the fucking the rival that he's playing against.
And here comes Biddy.
That is a cat in heat, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
is not. It's Biddy with a toy in her mouth. Biddy.
All right, we got some shit on the screen.
No, we don't. You know why we don't?
Why?
Because I didn't even prepare it. So we're going to talk about shit
Well,
on
they
the
don't
screen
know
that
that,
doesn't
Julia.
exist. There'll be shit on the screen when they listen to
They
it.
don't know that.
But
Yeah.
we wanted to tell you about the comments.
Just like me
first.
being naked during this recording.
No, we'll do it off the
Okay.
mic.
I'm wearing nothing but socks and shoes, everybody. And I got my sock, a sock on my penis. Just
All
out
right.
of good courtesy for Julia.
Like, subscribe, comment, do the shit.
Yeah. Follow us on
everything.
all the other shit.
Yeah.
Comment. We had our first comment.
And
Yeah.
Success.
So comment more.
You win $1 million, buddy.
Yeah, sure. We send you a check. Yeah. All right. Later, everybody.
Yep.
Bye.